going on, everyone? RPM Rockstar here, and this is a new riding season! I'm friggin' pumped. I'm back on the KLR, riding around town and just enjoying the shit out of myself. Woo! Just probably broke some of your ears right there, but I'm just friggin' excited. It's been pretty good weather even the past up to like 12 days ago, but let me just preface this with this is going to be a little bit of an life update video. I've been working my ass off for the last 12 days preparing 2 presentations for a job interview. It's been a rough time, but mostly just because it's been pretty nice out and I've been not able to ride. It's not that I've been not riding, I just haven't been able to. So while most people are out there riding, I was stuck inside sitting at well, I can't really complain because I was on a recliner all day with my feet up, but I was putting in a lot of work into this project. So I had to research. I'm an engineering major, or was, because I graduated, and I'm just trying to find a job anywhere in my field of expertise. And so I had an interview yesterday for April 22nd in New York, and I had to research a rainwater harvesting system for a car wash that will be built for a dealership. So I worked on that, came up with a lot of research, and developed a presentation and gave it. The second presentation was my senior design project that I had already worked on and presented and written a paper on for college, but they wanted me to talk through that and all the aspects that were covered because they're very interested in the first phone interview that I had with them about like what kind of work I did, etc., and what was covered in the project, things like that. So I think the interview went quite well, if I do say so myself, but that's really up to them to decide. So came back yesterday and actually didn't really slept the night before. I was planning on going to bed pretty early because I had to wake up at 7:30 in the morning, get ready and things like that, but I ended up going to bed after midnight, and I just lay awake thinking about what I was going to say and things like that and I saw 2:30 a.m. on the clock, so I'm not sure exactly what time I fell asleep, but it was after that. So coffee was my friend that morning, and yeah, other than that, it was a good time overall. They paid for my hotel and travel and everything like that, which is extremely generous, but I guess that's the protocol when it comes to things like that. When you have a person traveling many miles it was about a 3-hour drive to come up and just for a half-hour interview or whatever it was. So I think it went well. I asked them a bunch of questions that they seemed very interesting, and that was the first wave from a non-sport bike riding person that I got this year. Woo! I actually rode once before this, it was like one beautiful day. It was about 65 degrees out, and I was just, you know what, this project can wait for another 3 hours, and went on a 3-hour drive from, I'd say, 6 p.m. until 9 p.m. about, and just a little bit of day, a little bit of night riding with, oh, hello. She's a little bit older, but she's still cute. And I got a couple waves from sport bikes, but literally passed about 10 Harleys and they didn't wave, so that was a little bit disappointing. Hit my heart really deep down inside me. Just kidding, I really don't give a shit. Most of them are pricks anyways. No offense out there if you actually ride a Harley and vlog and wave to everyone, because I even waved at three-wheeled vehicles, because they're not cagers. They're still open to the environment. They still wear equipment, things like that. So I consider them riders. My uncle's girlfriend doesn't see the. She thinks. I forgot the name of them now. Three-wheeled things with two wheels in front. She thinks that's the back-asswards way to a trike, because should be two wheels in the back. I don't know. I really don't have an opinion. I would never ride one anyway, so no offense if you do, as I said. Not trying to be an offensive person, but if you're out in the air with only a helmet and some nylon to protect you, I consider you a badass just as much as I consider myself a badass, which is a huge badass. Nice truck. So I actually had to, well, my dad and I just had to jumpstart the bike because the battery was dead. We had it, my dad was starting it about every week, once a week on the weekends, and let it run for a couple, 10-15 minutes, let it warm up, things like that. It was kept in my garage mostly. We didn't have it up on any stands or anything because it was the first year we had this, and but we were starting it over the winter. We didn't have to winterize or anything like that because of that. But one day the battery was dead, so we had it on a battery tender for a while. But once I rode it the first time, we didn't have it on one after that. So, and it's been probably 2.5 weeks since I last ran it, and it was a 3-hour run, but it still probably wasn't enough to charge the battery to the full extent. So I had to push him on it, and he's 250, 270 pounds, and so that was fun. Got my exercise for the day. What the hell is this guy doing? Wow. This is the people I live around. He was really enjoying his music, wasn't he? Oh man. I'm back in the helmet again. I'm back!